My name is Brent Conway. I'm one of the board members, and this is Jane Wellman. We know Jane very well, and we're happy to have everyone here. We're going to get right to business tonight because we're going to play a little game called Beat the Rain.
It wouldn't dare.
No.
Wouldn't dare.
Amen. So as we get down to business, the first couple things we want to do is we want to thank our sponsors tonight. We have two fantastic sponsors who are here. To our right, we have Fresh Looks, and they also have some raffles for you. So if you want to make your way over there throughout the evening to fill out the raffles, we'll make sure we get those out before the evening's over. And to our left over here, we also have Kyoto, and we have Kyoto as well. And we want to thank them for being our sponsors tonight. They help make all of this possible, especially for our runner-up donations. That's a big part of it. So we're glad to have them be part of it, and new sponsors all the time, really connecting us throughout Tewksbury.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Brent. Okay, a couple of things. I forgot what I wanted to say right there. Just gone. It's gone now. I wanted to thank Wamasett Lanes. Can we get a hand for Wamasett for hosting us once again? Very generous to us. And I'm so excited to see so many people here tonight because I didn't think we'd get such a turnout. But again, it wouldn't dare rain. Right? You with me? Don't even be like that. No. So, all right, so first of all, we'd like to welcome back to let us know how they spent our Impact Award. And what they've done is Plumber Youth Promise. Come on up. We have with us this evening Haley Rogers and Terry Musgrave.
We're coming.
There, I'm looking the wrong way. Hello, welcome back, ladies.
Thank you. Your sweatshirt. Sounds like an Sorry about that. Hi everyone, thank you so much again for your support last time. Your gifts collectively have been so meaningful to the kids in our program. This was the first summer in over 2 years where the kids could be out and about and doing fun, engaging things that both benefit their immediate well-being and also prepare them for successful adulthood. The staff was so incredibly grateful to be able to utilize these funds to help kids not miss out on a childhood while in foster care, and also rekindle relationships with their families so that they don't leave care alone. So I'm happy to hand it over to Terry, who's going to tell you a little bit about the program that she manages and how the funds supported the kids in her program.
Much shorter than you, so bring that down a little. Hi everybody, my name is Terry Musgrave. I'm the program director of the Independent Living Program, which is our community apartments, where we have 25 young people, age 18 to 22. So thank you so much for choosing us for the last 100 people who care. Really appreciate it, and I am also a member, so this is near and dear to my heart, just in many different ways. But to specifically talk about how the funds supported the program, my program in particular, it did it in multiple ways. So $10,000 is a ton of money for a nonprofit. We use some of the funds for a young person. He turned 21 in our program, and he has a younger brother who is in a foster home. So we were able to get them a gift card so that he can take his little brother go-kart racing for his birthday, which I thought was adorable. And his adult support, who he calls grandma, who is not his birth grandma, but somebody that he met, his old lunch lady. She was able to go, so they went out to dinner, and they went, I think I lost it, go-kart driving, which was awesome. And then we have a young woman who is, I'm just going to talk loud, who is going to a community college, and we were able to buy her a MacBook. She's going to go for auto engineering, which I don't know a ton about, but good for her. She's used it, so she now has a MacBook, and that was a huge barrier for her because the computer she has wasn't compatible with whatever program it was that she needs to use. I thought that was really awesome. So she did not have to drop out of classes. She was able to take her math class. We are also going to use the funds to take 10 of our young adults horseback riding over in Westford, which is amazing because they don't have these opportunities, and being able to horseback ride is such a therapeutic piece for kids, and it's such a needed thing that they have interactions with animals, and it's a nice group event for everybody. And then afterwards, you can't ask kids to go do something without feeding them, so we're gonna take them out to lunch and just have a really nice afternoon. We've also bought in backpacks, we've taken the kids out to lunch with families, so it's a lot of small things that we've done for the kids, but is so meaningful. So I really just appreciate everything that you all did at the last meeting, and just so you know, it's going to great use, and the kids appreciate it and are so excited about the opportunities that they get to have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, we're ready to get started. It's starting to rain, I can't believe it. So if anybody wants to, you can make your way over to the tent, where I understand it is drier, just a bit. Okay, so as a reminder, our nominees are coming up. They have 5 minutes to present. Megan Ashley, thank you, as our volunteer timekeeper. Do you have your signs?
I do.
Okay, bring them out.
Here.
Yep, all right, so first I'd like to welcome Katie's Closet back to the 100 people. Nikki Cockrell is going to be speaking, and Veronica here. Oh, and Veronica Parslow is here with her as well, but Nikki will be presenting. She's the CEO of Katie's Closet. Thank you.
Thank you for having me back. I really appreciate it. Is this coming off okay?
You're great.
Okay, that's good. For those of you who don't know, the concept of Katie's Closet was created to solve a really big problem that emerged in public schools, that of chronic absenteeism. So we found as high as 25% of our kids here in Massachusetts are not going to school. And we discovered one of the top 5 reasons for this is lack of access to clothing and basic necessities. If you don't look good, if you don't smell good, if you can't be proud of the way you feel, if you don't have self-esteem, if you don't feel like you fit in or belong, then school is the toughest place you can be for 6 hours a day or longer. So we set out to solve that problem by building a free store in the school. So we literally build like your favorite specialty store, like an Old Navy, in the building, just in case you didn't stop by the table. So with this free store in the school, children can shop as much as they want, take as much as they need, whenever they need it, free of charge. That means they can come right off the street, not being prepared, walk through Katie's Closet in 5 minutes and show up in their first class ready to go. We had a 14-year-old, just to bring it to life for you, going to start, her freshman year, all excited. But she was wearing her clothes from 6th grade because that's all she had. She had no idea she was going to be picked on or pulled aside. She was wearing her very best. Well, she was picked on so mercilessly that the school said, why don't you stay home for a couple of days until we help you. But when she got home, her mother's boyfriend raped her and she became pregnant. So, we obviously helped her with baby clothes all the way up to her new clothes and until they found a new home for her. But, you woke up in the morning and you thought you were doing the right thing and you were going to be able to go to school and you just don't know why you picked the short straw. So we started in Lowell, our distribution centers in the Merrimack Valley. We are serving all schools in Lowell except one, a new one that just kind of creeped up. We're actually in 115 schools in 11 school districts serving nearly 80,000 children. But it costs $25,000 to build a school and $10,000 a year to maintain it. So we build that closet in a school where 50% or more of the children are economically disadvantaged because fashion has to turn. Doesn't mean we don't help everyone else. We have a back of the house program, and that's how we help all of the Tewksbury kids. We're not in a Tewksbury school, but the schools access our back of the house system, which means they can place an order anytime for any student, and it will be filled within 24 to 48 hours, and then we deliver it to the school. So, or directly to the children's home, depending on where they are. So my pitch tonight is to help build a new school. So it happens to be the Lowell Community Charter Public School in downtown Lowell. It has nearly 1,000 children and is 85% diverse and 85% economically disadvantaged. So we're literally we've been trying to open it for 2 years. We're at $15,517. But any little bit that happens, that we get in any way, mail-in or not, we will apply to this, Lowell Community School so that we can say yes. And am I still under 15? Or 5 minutes? I am?
1 minute and 16 seconds.
I have 1 minute and 16 seconds. That's like so amazing. So let me tell you about, volunteering. One great volunteer program we have is literally a store manager. It's called the Closet Champion. So imagine walking into this closet in a school and acting like the store manager. You make sure everything's hung up and folded and fluffed and great, and then place a reorder with our distribution center. And our distribution center fills it, and it's shipped back to the school, and the Closet Champion will put it away. We will reopen soon to volunteers in our Dracut Distribution Center as well, if you like forever folding and sorting clothing and going through all those great donations to find the most fashion-forward pieces. But I thank you so much for tonight. Oh, you have a question? At 19 School Street in Dracut. So it's right next to the North Campus of UMass, next to the Planet Fitness, or if anyone visits the Rise Cannabis place. Right there. I heard that from a few tonight, so I knew I could say that. Okay?
Love it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
so much. Thank you very much.
Do we have any questions? I think
What was it, 1900 again? 1900 School Street?
19 School Street.
19.
This
It's
is the-
actually a big mill, so you go up School Street, chain link fence, you see our sign.
the donation location, if you wanted to donate items. 19 School Street in Lowell.
Or checks, 19 School Street still works.
Or checks. Yes.
Hey, I like it.
All right. Thank you. So we have our next nominee to come and present to you tonight. So we have Strongwater Farm, and we have Maria Antonini, the executive director, who's up here to present to you. So come on up. Oh, I'm sorry. I did. I went in order. Instead, I'm at number 2. My apologies. It's Tewksbury Community Food Pantry, and we have Ray Bowden, the board of directors, from the board of directors, here to present to you.
I got strict orders to make sure the microphone was in front of my mouth. So I hope you can all hear me. So yes, as he said, I am Ray Bowden. I've been with the Tewksbury Community Pantry since 2009. I'm on the board of directors. I'm a former president. Jennifer Karp is here with me as well. She's on the board of directors. She's been with the pantry since 2015. Bill Welch is our president. He's on business travel this week, so he couldn't make it. So first of all, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Tewksbury Community Pantry. We are a 501c3 public charity. We're all volunteer. There's no salaried positions at the Tewksbury Pantry. We are located behind the DBW. I don't know if you're familiar with Tewksbury, but the DBW is on Whipple Road, 999. We're in the building behind the main building. So we have 16 directors out of a possible total of 21. And we also have a loyal group of volunteers who help us distribute food every month. So our charter, it's a simple charter. We provide food to Tewksbury residents, and only Tewksbury residents who are in need of food assistance. Having said that, we never turn anybody away. If somebody shows up doing a distribution, or if they show up while we're volunteering, sorting food, we'll make sure they get food. We also hand them an application and say, if you want to continue to get assistance from us, you have to fill out the application and provide proof of residency. We're pretty simple on residency. Any type of mail will do, a utility bill, electric bill, cable bill, a lease agreement for an apartment rental, anything that says that you live in Tewksbury. We do not require a government ID, but they're free to offer that if they want. So right now, I got to read these numbers off. So we have 137 registered households with the pantry right now. It's comprised of 138 adults, 93 senior citizens, and 35 children. So we get our food two ways, donations. We're lucky in Tewksbury, we get plenty of food donations. And we also get monetary donations in Tewksbury. Our biggest fundraiser is our golf tournament that we put on once a year. It's down at the Tewksbury Country Club right down the road here. And that is held the first Friday in August each year. We also have our biggest food drive. Is actually not put on by us, but we support it. It's the Letter Carriers Food Drive, also known as a post office food drive. If you live in Tewksbury, it's the second Saturday, I believe, in May. You put food out by your mailbox, your letter carrier comes by, picks it up and brings it down to us, and we get all this food piling into the pantry, and we sort it, we check it for dates, and it's actually a pretty good time. We get a lot of volunteers down there for that. So we also purchase our food with the monetary donations, and we purchase in two places. The Merrimack Valley Food Bank in Lowell is where we purchase a lot of our food because it's USDA. It's like pennies on the dollar to buy it through them. But we can't get everything we want when we want it for a particular distribution that month. So we do buy quite a bit of groceries with the donated money here in town. So each client receives one distribution a month. Plus, we have a Thanksgiving distribution, so 13 times a year we hand out food. The distributions for a month, it's the second Sunday of the month, then the Monday, and then the Saturday. A client is free to show up any one of those days to pick up their food items. So if we were fortunate enough to get selected tonight for the $10,000, we would probably use it at this point for our Thanksgiving distribution as well as our December distribution. Those are our more expensive distributions. That's ran about $9K between the two of them last year that we paid in cash for those distributions. So we figure a 10% increase is going to be around $10K, and we also know it's a turkey shortage this year, so we're probably going to have to scramble to get enough turkeys for our clients this year. So anyway, in closing, I'd like to thank the 100 people who care for inviting us to present and talk about the pantry. I also invite anybody here that wants to come down and volunteer to please come down, contact us, volunteer a little bit, and see if you like it. Unfortunately, no good deed goes unpunished. If you volunteer enough, you may be asked to join the board of directors. That's how I ended up on the board of directors, and Jennifer. So, are there any questions? Yes.
How do you determine need?
Well, we do request that they put down their income, but we do not verify it. The income that they put down is used by the Merrimack Valley Food Bank, so they get an idea of who we're serving. Okay, so we do not verify it. It is on the honor system. Anybody else? Okay, well, thank you again for your time. Appreciate it.
All right, next up, I'd like to welcome the folks from Strongwater Farm, Maria Antonioni, the Executive Director, and Cassandra Kehoe, the Program Manager. Welcome up, ladies. 4 minutes for questions, and then we'll get the ball rolling.
Well, thank God Strongwater Farm's finally here. Do I get an amen? Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the people who nominated us. I'm the executive director, and part of my job, and the best part of my job, is to share our mission. We have been here since 1989. We started off as The Farm, and in 2013 we rebranded as Strongwater Farm. So people wouldn't get confused with us being part of the hospital. We receive no state or federal funding. We provide services for children and adults of all abilities. Doesn't matter what your diagnosis is or what your challenges are. When you come to Strongwater Farm, you're on your own journey. And you probably are thinking, how the heck do you service all these different types of people? We service children on the autism spectrum. We deal with depression and anxiety. We service our military, active service and retired, and our veterans of foreign wars. We serve our police department and now our fire department, thanks to all of you in Hidden Battles. And you're probably thinking, how does that happen? And so I'm going to introduce to you Cassandra Kehoe, who is our program manager, and she's going to tell you about the people we serve and the programs that we offer.
All right. I'll put this down a little, sorry. So, why horses, right? Why are horses so important? So, horses are actually prey animals. You guys probably already know that. But that's so important because they actually are able to sense what's really going on inside. So, in the demographic that Maria was just talking about, people that may have PTSD, anxiety, depression, all those different things that they're working on, horses actually can pick up on those things. So if you're nervous and anxious, the horse is also going to be looking around thinking, why are you nervous? Should I be nervous? We also have them, if you're angry, you have a lot of pent up angry emotions inside of you, they're going to kind of be a little bit off put. So it really causes you to be self-aware. So no matter what the student is working on, no matter what age they're at, so like Maria was saying, we work with students all the way from age 4 all the way to our elders. We have a memory care unit that is absolutely amazing. They come in and they sometimes aren't able to share their name with us, but they can actually share what the horse's name that they worked with last week was. So that's pretty amazing. The horses obviously have a huge impact on these people. We have veterans that really struggle to just get out of bed. They unfortunately will medicate themselves to go back to sleep because their anxiety is so bad. Their depression is so bad. So these horses that they're working with are basically the only thing they're getting out of bed for. And we're grateful that we're able to increase programming with those veterans that do need it. So, being able to work with them 2 times a week versus that 1. We also have students that may be working on verbal output. And the reason why we're a little bit different is because we actually incorporate the BCBA therapists, whatever therapist they may be working on in the school setting or in a program setting. We work with them to create those goals and then to be able to see the actual output that's coming in our lessons. So someone that may have no verbal output by week 2 is already saying whoa and walk on, which is to stop and go, the horse. And so the fact that they're able to just have that verbal output is just incredible. We also have students that may have terminal illnesses like ALS. So we're on them, or we're with them on that journey of that life trajectory, working with them every step through those emotions. So what we're really doing is incredible. I have so many more stories, and if you guys ever have any questions, you're welcome to come by. Happy to give you a tour. We'll be over there, and you can ask any questions.
So just to follow up, we service over 120 people a week. And in the past 9 months, we have served over 140 veterans and provided over 230 hours of service. All of our veterans' costs are from donated funds. Our veterans are never charged to come to our services. We do charge 1/3 of what it costs for our individuals and our programs to come. The other 2/3 is from donations and from people like you. So we do need all the help that we can get. And we are just so grateful to be able to share our mission with all of you. And I'll ask you, yes, we always need donations. Yes, we always need volunteers. But the more important thing is, do you know someone that we can help? And if you do, send them our way. Any questions? Or so many questions? Yes.
You talked about how the horses reflect the emotions, the anger, the anxiety of the client. How does that feedback from the animal help the development of the client?
Yeah, so it's being
Sorry.
It's basically we are able to then show them how to process and deal with those emotions in a healthy way. So we're not just saying, oh, you're anxious, my horse doesn't want to be with you. No, we're actually showing them different things that they can actually do, whether it's some breathing techniques, whether they need to actually start to groom the horse. Similar to petting a dog, it actually lowers the heart rate. The Heart Map Institute has done a study on just the general relaxing and the actual heart rate lowering. So we give them tools and techniques to then, be able to work for it. Good question. Thank you.
So, as I had mentioned before, is all of our operating costs are funded through donations. Only a very limited amount is actually charged to our client. So right now, our cost to run the facility has increased about 20% just from last year alone. We did pad the budget last year thinking of a 10% increase for inflation, and all of our costs from the feed and the hay and the shavings for our horses to software fees and QuickBooks, everything has gone up 20%. Not your typical 8% inflation. We've seen it, quadruple. So what we're looking to do is to offset our operating costs, which provides for all these programming.
We have 14 horses, and 2 of them are miniature horses, and they are kind of our transportable too. So the miniature horses we can actually take to the Bedford VA, we can take to a school, places where they medically have a illness that does not allow them to leave. We can actually bring those 2 there. So we have 14 2 minis.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, not easy decisions for sure. You should have your green card. That is your ballot. That is where you're going to place your vote for this evening, and we'll be coming around to collect those. So you have your green ballot. That's what you want to fill out. The other item you should have is your white envelope. Do not put the green ballot in the white envelope. The green ballot is going to get picked up so we can count all the votes. You hold that white envelope, and after we announce the winner, this is where you put your check. This is where you put your check. But we'll come back up afterwards. Once we have the winners, we'll give you a little more details, both about the white envelope here, and then what you can actually do with the brown envelopes. And we want to remind you about our new opportunity for you to pay on a regular basis with Grapevine. So if you didn't learn about Grapevine, you can pick up a flyer about it out there or read about it in the email and the website. But Grapevine will make payments process a lot easier, and you won't have to come and write checks. And if you're not able to make it on a particular quarterly event, you'll be able to have the money withdrawn automatically. And everything gets processed right through 100 people. So, but for now, we're looking for those green ballots. That's what you want to fill out now.
Alright, are all y'all ready?
We are.
Woo! Alright, folks, I would like a big 100 people applause for Katie's Closet. Come on up, Mickey. All the folks who nominated Katie's Closet, would you please come up? If anybody here nominated Katie's Closet, please come on up. You're gonna have your photo taken.
Come on!
Right?
I want to cry.
And Katie's Closet people are coming.
We got come on up.
Come on up.
Come on up. Nominators.
Come on down.
And anyone else who really loves them?
Okay.
Jane, you gotta move over this.
I'm getting out of the way. We would like to welcome our other 2 nominees to come up with our sponsors, please, and the folks that nominated them. So first, we would like to welcome the Tewksbury Food Pantry to come up to receive their big check, and we would like Kyoto to come forward. Thank you. Ben and Nina, you still here? Come on up, Ben. Come on up, Nina. And for folks that nominated the Tewksbury Food Pantry, please come on up and join us on stage. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
And we get a round of applause, please, for the Tewksbury Food Pantry. They do so much important work in Tewksbury. Honestly, it's so hard, I can't imagine this evening. All right, thank you very much.
Thank
So many amazing choices. Okay, and can we have the folks from Strongwater, please? Maria? Thank you. And Fresh Looks. Come on up. Is Sherry here? To present your check? Oh, she's coming, okay. There, I'm looking in the wrong place. Thank you so much. Can we have a round of applause, please, for Strongwater Farm? Thank you. And for Fresh Looks. Yay!
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Folks who nominated Strongwater, would you like to come up? There we go. Come on up. That would be great. Anybody else who nominated Strongwater, please feel free to come up. We'd love to have your photo with our nominees.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
There you go. All right.
Thank you.
Am I out of the picture?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right. And once again,
So people are welcome to stay, but if they can get their checks up so that the profits can get out.
yeah, so for the details, folks, please get your checks written and up to our donation area over there in the back. Very lovely overhang, which is not a technical term. Please bring your checks in or make your donations online. Let us know what you're doing on your envelope so that we can make sure that those donations are collected quickly for our Impact Award winner, for Katie's Closet. And what else?
And if you would like to donate to one of the other organizations here tonight, you use the manila envelopes, and you can bring those up to the overhang as well, and we'll make sure those get to either Strongwater Farm or to the community pantry.
All right, thank you once again. We will be taking nominations. If you nominated Katie's Closet, you'll want to change your nomination for our next award in December, and we'll be looking for your nominations by October 15th. But if you just stay in touch with us, check our email, check the Facebook page, we will keep you updated. And we thank each and every one of you for your generosity, for your participation, and your fellowship with the 100 people. Thank you. Thank you.